take a look at the starters first for Seattle. 3 changes from last week. 2 of those coming in the forwards, including C.C. Mahoney in the second row, starting against his former side.
Massive firepower in this engine room. I'm literally looking at that back row, the captain Hatting, and then Noah at number 8. He's an absolute unit. And we look at the back line. Number 9, Nick Boyer has been phenomenal coming to the Seawolves franchise here. He's got Iona and a big midfield in Creel and Rousseau. Really going to have to hit it up at that midfield to release the back line, and especially Matthews at fullback.
Seattle led by 5th-year head coach Alan Clark. A lot of talent on the bench, including former English U20 Hugh Taylor, alongside Eddie Bouchier, the replacement halfback Malachi Esdale, the speedy USA Sevens man, always a threat. As we now take a look at the starters for the visitors from the Lone Star State. 7 changes for Houston from last week, including 4 in the forwards, as Lorimer White earns his first start ever for Houston.
Yeah, physicality's in this forward pack's DNA. I'm looking at number 2, Pita Aneasu. He carries the rock like a legend, but really this back row needs to play big. I'm looking at number 7, Momsen. He's got to play huge tonight. In the back line, Alatimo at 10. He's an attacking physical 10. He's really going to release Tassi at that 13 spot. And looking at Wild again at the fullback position. He's been electric there, captaining that deep 3.
Koza Human, 4th year in charge for last season's Western Conference champion in the regular season. 65-year-old former Bulls coach in his native South Africa. Without Davy Kutsa, the star halfback, out with a head knock, not in the 23 tonight. The reigning MLR team of the week, having run 4 of the last 5. Damakina and Schumacher, Miss Analu, all talented off the bench for the Cats. 3 in a row, including their first ever win at Starfire almost a year ago to the day. Genge trying to rally the troops forward. Inching forward, now Renton, ball in hand. Out he comes, a fin from Hill, the center. Houston inside the 22, looking to draw first blood. Anayasu, the hooker, with the carry. Renton, a pick and go around the side. Scrum half on his feet, drugged down just shy of the line. 9% for the Cats. Seattle thinks they have a huge edge. Here's the push. Inside ball, trying to find a bit of space. That time Rufus McLean, the former Scottish international, and he's inside the 22. Houston on the front foot. Alatimu out wide, has Wild. Weaving his way through. Drew Wild still on his feet, lost it.
Knock on it.
And over the dead ball.
Play on.
Hatting, the captain, able to knock it back. And Boyer's been with this club for less than a month. Picked up at the end of April, and what a difference he has made, but ahead early. Right through, 3-0. Here's a year ago to the day, back on May the 23rd of 2024. Houston came away with that 42-40 win for their first victory in the Pacific Northwest. Bouncing, both teams trying to get hands to it. Houston there. Lulu giving chase for this cap here. First start for the Sabercats. Yona hit immediately, flying forward.
This was just lined up and timed perfectly by the winger, Rufus McLean, coming up, and right there, he times it.
The Argentine ducks underneath a tackle. Miscommunication here. The captain Hatting able to pick it up, but Seattle back on their own end. Matthews has other ideas, little chip over the top.
Wait.
Wild there.
All of you.
All about efficiency. Renton, restart. No.
Stay behind. Feet out underneath you, collapse.
Lead before the hydration break. Alatimu does just that. 20 minutes in, Houston leading 6-0. Likes to take it. Knocked into the hands of Cruz. What a massive hit laid by Houston. Seattle will keep it though.
Missed it.
Boyer doing a great job getting that clean ball out with some speed as Cameron Orr shows his hands. Boyer still. Davis there, and Houston wins it. Just wave after wave of Seawolves attack coming at Houston. That wall of white standing strong for the Cats. Juan Pablo Zeiss, the former Cat. Seattle inching closer.
Isolated, Ben's on the ball.
But turned over. Just absolute war here in the first half.
Sacco!
And Hoot. Sacco on his fellow second row. Now Juan Pablo Zeiss The Argentine, oh, what an offload. One prop to another. Cameron Orr off to Boyer. And Boyer is in. Seawolves are on top by the narrowest of margins. Look at the Argentine international. A little SBW offload on to Cameron Orr. And then Orr says, I see you and I raise you one, finding Boyer, who dots it. Now Justin Basson. Alatimu, Wild, has a man. Juwanzi Oliver, a little chip over.
Got play on.
Play continues, Boyer unable to take it cleanly.
Play on.
Kina there with the tackle, came on for Sam Hill in the third. Renton back to the blind side, Alatimu on to Wild, has a man, here comes McLean. Little chip over from the Scot. He a race towards it, McLean. Unable to get to it, it was Creel. Matthews, Pulu now. Tony Pulu with the fin, couldn't get the offload. Matthews. Son there with the tackle. Now Cameron Orr trying to weave his way through. Mahoney. We will come back.
Those one-on-one opportunities, man-on-man, and Dimmy Rousseau is pretty deadly. Back out here. Houston looking to get that ball.
Best scrums in the league that the Seawolves possess. Hill inside has Tassi. Down, Tassi across the 22. Still on his feet. Tassi drugged down just shy of the line. And knocked on Matthews.
To fend through, and right here he's got two to beat. And Matthews comes over, throws a shot right at the midsection. Boyer over the top. And that's the knock on their call, but they're over the
plainly. Matthews there.
Go backwards.
Alatimu loses his footing. Able to find Schumacher. Both teams having trouble keeping hands on the pill. Renton has the offload. Tassi. Boyer with the tackle just shy of
overthrow line out, and here we go. On the attack is Houston, and they need to get some points on the board.
Alatimu to the 10. Taylor with the tackle.
Play in the 9. Yeah, play on.
Quick restart, Renton.
They're all 10.
Here come the Cats down inside the 22. Houston led early on, 6-0. A pair of penalty goals from Alatimu. Momsen spinning away from one.
Tackler at the move, play on.
Renton able to find Akina. Damakina. Oh, couldn't locate Tassi with the offload. Akina.
He's such a strong runner on the corner. The dummy steps back inside, gets past the hooker, and almost gets his...
Seawall the chant from the Seattle fans here at Starfire.
Needs to get out of the way. You're on the wrong side, cause the turnover.
Seattle pink. Splits the 6, and Houston retakes the lead. A 7-star Malachi Esdale coming on, taking over for Mika Kruse on the right wing.
Play on, ripped before the tackle.
Ripped out before the tackle, says Robin Kluzniak. Seattle continues with ball in hand. No, turned over. McLean there.
Missed it. And play the 9. Back you go.
Hit or miss tonight for the Cats. Has one here to Momsen.
Runner's knocked on.
Knocked on by Johan Momsen. Another knock inside the Seawolves 22 by the Cats. Rousseau. Previous 13, the better mark. But Houston
not square and stable. Behind it.
putting their mark on things of late. Boyer with the tap and go. Here we go. Rousseau flying forward.
So aggressive, really attacking that line with runners coming onto the ball hard. Houston scrambling, trying to make these tackles.
Boyer surveys. Has Elton his first receiver right into the teeth of the Cats defense. Or again, Den Hoot, same result. A low pass, Creel knocked on. Gallagher gets us back underway. Almost intercepted. Tassi saw it, couldn't come down with it.
It's just a scrum. It's a long pass. He's in a realistic position to gather it. Confirm that for us, please.
Robin, I have this as a deliberate knock-on.
Checking with our TMO, Derek Summers.
Deliberate knock-on, you say there?
Correct.
opportunity, and that's that moment. If you got to go for it, you got to get your hand on that ball. It's part of
Yona from his own half. Not online. Yona. Here comes Matthews out wide, has a man. Rousseau into Cats territory.
Elbows on the ground.
Kale in Seattle with a golden opportunity to retake the lead. Trying to get that driving ball headed toward the line.
Moving.
Kale at the back, inching forward. Here he comes off the side. The Canadian dots it down to put Seattle back on top.
Houston sleeping and gets the try. What a moment for McHale getting it over for Seattle.
On camp, Houston. Again, they need 5, trailing by as many. Now just 2 minutes remaining. Momsen couldn't hold it. The knock-on has plagued the...
He just fell for him on the outside. The ball gets to the edge. They're playing a man down. He's got a bit of space on the corner, and it's just in the breastbasket.
Boucher out wide. Matthews somehow able to come down with that one. Matthews.
21 in front of the kicker.
Brock Gallagher would have been in front of the kicker. 1 minute remaining. Houston, maybe their final opportunity. Alatimu ready to send it to touch to set up the line out in the driving maul. Can the Cats find their first try and tie this one up?
Yeah.
Can they respond back the same way Seattle did with the touch finder?
Perfect. Good on you. Keep the gap.
This is going to be almost at the 22, not nearly back in his home state. And it's thrown away. Robolo. Seawolves with it. First 7, and they are seconds away from making it 6 of the last 7, and they will. Seattle holds on and takes it 14-9.